Hello and welcome to Abentine, where your hosts, Kat
And Maddie.
talk about a variety of topics. This time, we're actually going to go back to what we discussed last week. I assigned Maddie some homework. She had to watch Ouran High Host Club, an older anime from 2006 about a bookish girl who ends up finding a lot of really bored men and then breaking a vase. That's about summing it up correctly, right, Maddie?
First episode, yes. Basically, that is what happens. That's
and then comedy ensues.
Comedy ensued from that first episode. That first episode is like, ding. Okay, I gotta watch this whole thing.
Yeah, no, it's one of those shows where whenever I recommend it to people, it's like, watch the first episode. If you don't like it, you can stop, but I'll be surprised if you stop. Because it's really fun.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what you said to me. You're like, here, you should watch this, Happy Face. And I'm like, hey. And you're like, I swear, watch the first episode. If you don't like it, okay, that's fine. But you're going to finish watching the whole season by in the next month. And I'm like, all right. First episode in.
To be fair, you did take longer than a month.
Yeah, but that's because of just my nature. I binged. We found that you introduced me to that anime, and within that week, 16 episodes had been watched.
I was amazed how fast you went through it. I really was. And then I believe also in that span of time you binged Attack on Titan. At least the first season.
I think that was next week, yes.
Yeah. So I was like, holy crap. You couldn't have at least finished Ouran first? Okay.
Yeah, that Attack on Titan hole really came out of nowhere.
It's a really easy show to marathon, to be fair. It's very, oh man, I gotta see what happens next.
Yeah, I didn't even mean to, like, I don't even know what my mindset was on starting it. It was like, yeah, this thing happened. Oh, I just kind of want to watch this part, because that was pretty cool. And then it was just like, I didn't actually see the second episode, that next episode, so let me click on that. Interesting, okay, so what happens next? Oh, interesting, okay. And then I look at the time, and I started at 10 a.m., and it's 5, and I'm like, food was a thing, right? Food, taking a shower, drinking water.
Netflix must be really dangerous for you.
No, because there's not a lot of stuff I like to binge on Netflix.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Netflix isn't the dangerous thing, it's YouTube.
Oh, fair
the
point.
infamous YouTube hole. That can
But
get
anyways, yeah, back on topic to Ouran. You watched 16 episodes, and then you took a long break until I assigned it as homework last week.
And then I binged the last...
Yeah.
Well, I in between time, I'd, like, watched up to, like, episode 19, and there was 26 episodes.
That's right.
Yeah. And then, and then I binged the last, like, 5 episodes I had, 5 or 6, a couple of days ago. Right. Good show, as, tears going down my face, just, like, very good show.
Wouldn't it be great if there were a second season? It's been 12 years. It can happen.
Oh, of course. It could always happen.
Thing is, I'm only half joking. It could totally happen. Seasons in Japan are weird.
I'll take you up on that hope. That one day. Can you give me that same hope about Princess Nine?
No. I mean, I probably could, but I think I don't know how popular Princess Nine was back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Because that is part of it. It's how popular is the show, and how much money can they make from it?
Right. But yeah, this could definitely get a season. Well, like, it could. It hasn't happened yet, but it could, just because the manga didn't end with where the anime ended.
If I'm remembering correctly, and I haven't finished the manga yet, but the last 2 episodes don't happen in the manga, or haven't happened yet as to where I am, and I'm like, I've got 1 volume left, but it's been a couple of years since I've picked it up.
The last 2 episodes of the anime.
Yeah. I think those are anime exclusive.
That's pretty cool.
But I don't know. I could 100% be wrong on that. It has been a long time since I've read the manga.
Right.
But I seem to remember it just kind of goes into more stuff dealing with Tamaki and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, stuff gets complicated towards the end.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's like happy fun times, and then suddenly just all these, like, dark, like, real life things were intruding, and I was like, oh man. Oh boy.
But yeah, to give an actual synopsis of what happens in Ouran High Host Club, Haruhi Fujioka. I was about to say Suzumiya because literally this show and The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya aired in the same time at the same season. Like it was the two most popular shows for some reason had a lead named Haruhi.
Well, okay.
Yeah, no, it was just a weird coincidence. So Haruhi Fujioka is a commoner who has been accepted to a rich kid's school via scholarship. And all she really wants to do is study. It's impossible to find a place to study, so she ends up on the third music room, where she stumbles across six attractive men who have way too much time on their hand, who are entertaining women with too much time on their hands.
Nice.
As she tries to leave, she breaks an $8 million vase, if I remember correctly.
$8 million vase.
Right. 8 million yen.
Well, yeah, so I said dollar after that, but you guys know what I meant.
Yeah.
Got
it's all
it.
good. This is all good. So she breaks the $8 million vase, and then Kyoya, who's kind of like the secretary / treasure keeper, of the club, goes, "Oh man, how are you going to pay for that? I guess you'll just have to be our servant until you pay off the loan." However, she gets dirty somehow, doesn't she? Or do they just take off her glasses?
They literally just take off her glasses. Like, for a quick setup, because we didn't even say this, right? Is that she's a commoner in a rich kid school, but she's like, middle class, so she can't afford like the fancy uniforms. So she comes in like a sweater, and like her hair is all like, kind of like messy, and she has like the glasses that have the anime tint on it, so you can't see her eyes, right? And it's like, okay, I didn't even know it was a girl at first.
That's the whole point of the first episode.
Right. Yeah, well, they got me. They got me real good. That as soon as that got revealed, I was like, ooh, baby. But it's just like, so she goes in there, and yeah, she breaks the vase, and Kyoya says basically what Kat just said, and the day like continues where they actually do their host club activities, and she's just in the background like doing like errands for them. And she like gets commoner's coffee, which is just dry coffee, instant coffee, right? Instant and they're like, "What the hell is this? This is interesting." Like they're treating the commoner's like lifestyle as like an interesting project like to pet. Them. Yeah, like a pet. There you go. It's just like, this is fascinating. Pour us more and let's try this. Like this interesting stuff. And she's like, "God damn rich people."
That's pretty much the motto of the show is damn rich people.
Damn rich people.
I love it. But anyways, they eventually figure out, oh man, she's actually kind of cute. Let's get her into a uniform and actually get her. Yeah, that's right. At this point, they think he
except
or
for
she
one
is
person.
A he. Yeah.
Just the way they're just like they don't believe she could do it, right? Someone like is like, maybe he could be a host, right? And he's like, nah, like under these glasses, these eyes are probably puny, they can't do it. They take off the glasses and everybody just freezes.
Yeah, it's like, let's do this.
And Tamaki's like, all right, everyone, get her ready. And they just they get her ready, and it's the most glorious thing.
Yeah, and so the story is her paying off her debt via being a host for this host club, while also hiding the fact that she is not, in fact, a he.
He is a she.
Yep.
Which, yeah.
And then
the host club protects that secret very, very intensely.
Yeah, but not very well. I was gonna worry if you said well, because I have the doctor episode flashing through my head, and it's like, Tamaki comes out in a brown wig, and it's like, I don't think Haruhi grew a foot and gained purple eyes, but
and everyone laughs, and then she gives that glare, and he's like, I'm sorry.
That's what makes Tamaki so lovable. He's so pathetic in his like earnest to do things.
He tries so hard, but he just fails, except for those shiny moments when he doesn't, and it's like, those moments are so precious.
They are, and you just want to protect the poor bastard.
You want to protect all of them, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Because you get a whole rundown on like what each of the hosts, like who they are, like throughout the whole anime, you find out like who they really are, like what their boy type is. You find out right away just because that's their job, and like all the shenanigans they do, and how their relationships develop with one another, and it's just so beautiful to watch.
It really is. And like I know the whole motto of the show is who's your type, cool, cute, devilish, princely, like what is your type of guy? We're here to serve it for you. But it's like, I don't know, they stop becoming that like trope so early on that you really do identify with them as characters, like individual characters, instead of just, you know, poor Honey Nozuka who's a cute little boy.
Honey Senpai.
Yeah.
Honey Senpai and Mori Senpai. Ugh,
I love them. They're so cute.
They are adorable. And then they bust out their fucking
I know, and then
badass martial arts.
It's like, oh man, this show is great for throwing the unexpected at you.
Yeah, including the there's like many gags that follow throughout the whole thing. There's the monkey throwing the banana gag.
I was gonna say the banana one's like there from day one.
Yeah, there's the oh man, how do you say her name? Is it Renge or Renge? Renge? There's the Renge gag where no matter where she is, she has the very dramatic entrance of like a machine spinning her up through the floor. Like,
yep.
It's like, oh, she's here. Oh god, what she's gonna say now.
And there's also like the Zuka Club gags where they're just desperately trying to recruit Haruhi for their nefarious plans, which are so stupid and over the top.
Oh my god, they're so dumb and it's hilarious.
Yeah. So I do have to ask, who's your favorite character and why?
Do you have to ask that?
Yes, I do.
It's okay. Favorite character, just flat, because it's really hard to choose between all of them. But you gotta just Haruhi is so pure and has no filter, and it's
She's
so
great.
good. She's just.
I love that she, throughout the entire series, just speaks her mind. It's like, oh
yeah, she's just like, she's so oblivious to like all these things, and she'll just speak her mind on what, like, how she feels, what she means, like all this stuff. And like sometimes other people are like, why are you doing this? But other times it strikes so true to whoever she's talking to. Arui, you're so pure. You must protect you.
But she doesn't need any protecting. That's the point.
That's the
for
point.
Most of the show.
It is. There's several episodes where, kind of. A couple where, like, the fact that she's a girl kind of, like, puts her in danger for certain things. But she tries to, like, take on whatever, regardless of, like, you know, her gender. Because she's like, I can do whatever you can do kind of deal. Like, that's,
yeah, exactly.
She's very independent. Because that's how she grew up. That's all she really knows. And you, some episodes you realize this is why she acts the way she does, and all the hosts start to realize it as well. And it's like, and the relationships just got deeper. Like, oh man, you just see them getting closer and closer. It's so good.
Yeah. No, I'd have to say, excluding, like, if I'm not excluding her as a host, she is also my favorite character. But if I am excluding her because she's not, like, she's supposed to be the audience surrogate,
right?
I would say Kaoru is my favorite.
Kaoru, yes.
He's so thoughtful. Out of everyone, he's
the development between the twins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's the thing, I don't particularly like Hikaru, so what Kaoru does for Hikaru, I'm like, no, I want you to be happy.
It was so precious. Oh my god, that twins episode. So like, I don't think we really established the fact that there are identical twins on the on this club, though if you're listening to this, you probably have watched the anime because we're spoiling the hell out of it. But
yeah, we should definitely put a spoiler tag at the this one.
Yeah, but like there's two identical twins, and like from the beginning they play the gag of like, can you tell which one is which, you know, and they treat people like, oh, you're kind of beneath us kind of deal because, you know, rich people. But like throughout the show, at the beginning as the audience, you are just like, I have no idea which one's which. Like, I was so confused. I was like, which one's talking? I only know whenever one says the other's name kind of deal. And then, like, as the anime progresses throughout it, like, by the end, you could kind of tell which one was which because they developed so much, and you could tell one spoke differently about the other acts differently without his twin. Like, you could see the subtle differences between the two, and it built throughout the whole anime, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, to be honest, it wasn't until my second viewing of the show that I could tell them apart by voice. Like the first time I watched, I was like, man, I can't tell. Like I could tell that their voices were different. I just couldn't necessarily tell which one was Hikaru's voice and which one was Kaoru's voice. So,
Yeah,
so
I
yeah,
can't
no,
tell by voices for sure, but I could. I was kind of picking up more like how they were speaking. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And what about you? If you say no Haruhi picked, who is your favorite character?
Obviously the black mage. No, that gag was also good as well. But
Oh yeah, Nakazawa Senpai. I'm like Black Mage. It's like, oh yeah,
the Black Magic Club or whatever with his
Yes.
little cat puppet.
Yes, Nakazawa Senpai. I love him.
Oh man, he's hilarious. I think I'm gonna have to say Tamaki.
But what do you call him? Because I know you don't
Yeah,
actually call him.
I'm
Tom.
really straining on actually calling him by his real name. I call him Real Life Olivier.
Why do you call him Real Life Olivier?
From Trails in the Sky, because Olivier, as I pick him up off my desk, my little figure of him, honestly, he even looks like Tamaki.
He really does.
But Olivier and Tamaki both have that same
Love is eternal.
Yeah, love
vibe.
is eternal. Their like mindset's the same. They'll flirt with girls, and they'll be kind of good at it, They just have the same kind of mindset of how to approach social situations
with roses
with roses, hair flipping. You do the sparkles. There we go. To do the wink. Yes, roses is a very big theme.
Really big theme in this show, and I love it. But I love that. The second you started watching, you're like, oh my god, this guy is such an Olivier. I'm like, you know what? He really is.
Olivier.
He just gets shut down a bit more. His shit doesn't get like taken as much as Olivier's does, but
no, but that's what makes it so great.
Exactly. It's what you want to do to Olivier in the game. It's like, can I just ignore you? I love you,
your request has been denied. What? When he's just growing mushrooms in the closet.
Yes.
Yeah, I call him Real Life Olivier, and I probably will for the rest of this episode because, Tamaki, it's too hard. Real Life Olivier. And I say Real Life Olivier when it's really anime Olivier, but whatever.
It's all good. It's all good. But no, I love Tamaki too. And I would say if you ever get the chance, read the manga because it does delve more into Tamaki, especially once you get past where the show ends.
Oh, I bet. Because there's a lot they could have done. And informed us on.
Mm-hmm.
Like that last episode was just like, and introduced to all these characters, and oh shit.
And it's over. Also,
Holy
sequel
crap.
baiting with the whole,
we'll be waiting for you.
And I've got plans for her. And it's like, well, there's no second season, so screw all of your plans, first of all.
Yeah, there's the two dads talking about, we both have plans for, like, I'm not going to concede on this. And then the very end is all the hosts being all like, and we'll be waiting for you to come back. And it's like, will you? Where? Second season? Hello?
Well, and that's the thing, like, completely different show, but I literally just last night finished rewatching a show called Chihaya Furu, which is about Karuta. Not going to go into what all that is, but anyways, the second season ends with them just about to go to a training camp, and that was 5 years ago.
Oh my god.
We just got an announcement for season 3 like a week or two ago, which is why I was rewatching the show, but it was like, that's a hell of a cliffhanger. It's not really a cliffhanger because it's not like you're waiting for any story stuff, but like they obviously completely expected to have another season. And the fact that it took 5 years.
It's just story break. Okay, have fun waiting. Wait, what?
Yeah, no, exactly. Because I think there was only like a couple of months to a year gap between season 1 and 2. But anyways, different show. But still, like, anime doesn't care. I think Slayers had an 11-year gap between season 3 and season 4. Like,
well,
Eureka 7 had like an 11-year gap between season 1 and season. I actually don't know how many seasons Eureka 7 have. I haven't seen it, but
we're on a 12-year right now.
Yeah, 12 years so far. And there's been talks about season 2 like ever since this ended. So like every time I hear rumors, it's like, you know what? Until it's actually airing, I'm good. I'll wait.
So it's the Kingdom Hearts mindset, right?
Uh-huh.
Just like, until I have this in my hands and I am watching it, I will not believe you.
Exactly. No, that's the same thing with Kingdom Hearts, like you said. And until I have the game physically in my hand, I'm not going to believe that it's coming out.
What you were saying is lies until this is physically in
November.
my possession.
November 2018. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll believe it when I fucking see it.
Did they say that? November
Yeah.
2018?
Well, they said like last quarter 2018, and I think they were saying probably around November. And I'm like, you know what? I don't buy it.
I don't buy this. Something smells here. No.
I mean, I will have fulfilled that one thing I said 10 years ago, but no, I'm good.
Oh my god, you would have.
Yep, by a month if it
By a
comes out in
month.
November. Like,
Wow. That's the thing that was said as a joke is coming true.
I don't like when my jokes come true. That makes me not happy.
We could get no, okay. I was like, "Oh, what about your theory?" No.
No, I don't want my
no.
theories to come true
We're
either.
we're not opening that hole. Not today.
Yeah, no, that's another episode, first of all.
That's a
That'll be a long one.
That's
too.
gonna be a long one. But yeah, real life Olivier, and he's so precious. Like, this whole cast is just,
They're so sweet.
they're so adorable. Like, even the one that's kind of cold, Kyoya, you still are just like, no, you're.
His
I'll
episodes are
protect
some
you.
of my favorites. Like, he's not my favorite host, but the final like episode that is about him,
Mhm.
which I believe is episode 24.
It is.
Yeah, that one is my favorite episode. Like, I love the imagery. I love how it's carried out. I love his growth through the episode. It's so good.
It's so good,
It made
and
me
like
cry
it carries
so
over. It carries
Yeah.
over literally to like the next episode because that established because you don't quite know why.
Yeah.
Why? Oh my god! I almost said Tamaki. No, real life Olivier and Kyoya are friends, right? Like you know they are, but you're like,
Well, that's
how
the thing.
did
They're
this happen?
so opposite. Like,
Yeah.
how could they possibly be friends? And then that episode explains how and why, and it's beautiful.
And then it leads into the other episode where real life Olivier does a thing, and it's like he's like the twins are also very, very like emotional about what's happening, right? But Kyoya, like for once, shows emotion, and that was big, right? Where he's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like that baka, you know?
Yeah.
He's just like, get this moron back, and I was like, whoa, I did not. Like now I realize I could see how that like I could see that coming, but like one episode ago I would be like really confused on where this like intensity came from.
Exactly. Yeah.
It came
no,
at the right point.
It really did. I mean, it could have happened earlier in the season and still been really effective, but I love
Probably.
that it's so close to the end, and it does, as you say, feed right into the last two episodes. Do you have a favorite episode or a favorite story arc?
Ooh. Man, a lot of episodes are really good.
They really are.
I kind of enjoyed the beach episode.
Oh, okay.
Even
The
though
one where they actually go to a beach?
yeah, the one where they actually go to a beach. Even that was the only episode where I paused it. I was like, I don't think I can like continue watching this because I got freaked out at what was happening, as you know.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
that's right.
I was like, is this about to happen? Because if so, like, I'm gonna stop watching this fucking anime,
And
right?
to which
Like,
I reminded you, I will never recommend a show where that outright happens. I might recommend a show where that almost happens, but never one where it outright actually happens.
right. Yeah.
Because I hate that kind of shit. So
Yeah, so it's like that happened, and you're like, no, I swear, just keep watching. It's okay. And I was like,
it's
oh.
okay. And if it weren't important to the plot, I would have said just skip to this point. But it is unfortunately important to the plot.
Yeah, it was, and like after that, I was like, okay, this is cool, but I was worried about the relationships because something. I mean, you know, okay, I don't have to be vague. I'm so used to having to be vague. Well, basically, Haruhi's pretending to be a guy because they're on host club kind of activities, even when they weren't kind of supposed to be. But basically, she goes up to protect two girls from like two drunk dudes. And she's a small girl, right? But she still tries to protect two other girls from these drunk dudes, but she just can't overpower them, and they overpower her, and they basically
Like,
they toss
throw her off a rock.
toss her off a rock into the ocean, right? And luckily, the twins and real life Olivier came just in time because one of the girls warned them, right? And Tamaki saves her. but he's mad at her because he's like, why would you even attempt such a stupid thing? You're a girl. You can't do that. And she's just like, it doesn't matter. I had to do what I can, right? And it's like, you didn't quite know what was going on in, like, you understood her point of view, like, this is how she felt, but you didn't really know why at the time, right? And
because you haven't seen the episode that explains kind of her mentality.
Yeah. And it gets a little bit, like, after that whole part where I paused and then it got explained, and I was like, okay, so that was just, okay, that's, wow, interesting, all right. And then Tamaki comes back in, and he's just like, you know, they do the whole, the comic bit happens. I was like, okay, cool, comic bit. But then it goes into, like, nah, you're, you know, you must be tired. Like, they're still mad at each other, right? Yeah. And Haruhi, like, I was about to apologize when her, like, phobia strikes, because she's terrified of lightning and thunder, and it starts thundering, and she freaks out. And he realizes she's scared, and, like, this whole thing happens where he's like, oh, you always do things, like, by yourself. You haven't learned to, like, kind of trust anyone to, like, help you out in your time of need. I get it now, kind of deal. And it was, like, so touching. He had the Tamaki, like, oh, he saw it, he means it, he's just trying to help, and it's not, like, in a comic way. And it's like, that's beautiful.
That's the thing that, it's so frustrating about Tamaki, because he's like, he's so good at knowing how to help other people, but he can't help himself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. You're like,
precious baby.
Oh, Tamaki.
Because that's the thing, even though Kaoru is my favorite twin, like, I, from the start, was always like, yes, Haruhi and Tamaki.
Yep.
Get
together. Do it. And they pull off that whole, like, you know, because that's kind of, like, expected. Like, everyone's just like, yep, that's the expected, like, ship, the way to go. Yeah. Whereas the others are, like, interested, and, like, they have their moments and stuff, and it's like, oh, woven right, and it's like, okay, who do you want? Like, everybody who watches anime, like, this anime is just like, so who do you want to win, kind of deal.
And, like, a lot of I would call this a reverse harem. I mean, they call it a reverse harem in one of the episodes.
They do. The episodes are self-aware. It's so great.
But yeah, in most reverse harem shows, they will kind of set it up so everybody gets a fair shot, even though there's, like you said, the one canon ship or whatever.
Yeah.
But this one, it's like, yeah, we all know there's the one canon ship, but who's your favorite anyway? Fuck the ships.
Yeah, who cares about the ships? Who's your favorite? Like, come on, we all have our favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I like that. Like, I obviously go for Tamaki and Haruhi, but it's like, I care about, like, both the twins, like, Kaoru and Hikaru. Did I say that right?
Kaoru and Hikaru.
Yeah, Kaoru and Hikaru. I was just like, they're precious. They have their moments with Haruhi, and it's like, oh, every moment's so precious. Even if it's, like, the boy you're not rooting for, it's like...
Yeah, exactly.
I still want to watch this, because this is just so adorable.
Well, that's the thing, like, I'd say not least favorite as in I don't like them, but the one I care about the least is Mori-senpai. But he has some really interesting story beats.
Yeah, like, yeah, that one episode that I literally almost just watched.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was towards the end when he gets that apprentice.
That's right. Oh my god.
I
love how he's like, please help me.
Yeah. He's like, Tamaki's like, this is, you know, Mori-senpai's, like, decision. And then he's like, Tamaki. And he gives, like, the most panicked look to Tamaki. And Tamaki's like, oh, shit. Just kidding. I will help. It's like,
yeah, exactly. Oh. Well, we can't lend you, Honey's a lovely item because, you know, he's on rent to Tamari, and then Honey's like, am I just a tool for you?
And Mori's like, no, please, no.
Like, Tamaki makes it so much worse. I love it so much.
Oh, it's so good. And then sometimes Haruhi makes it, like, worse, but she's just so pure, and it's so great.
Oh, that's
she's
the thing.
Like, filtered.
She's the queen of rejecting people without realizing that's what she's done.
Yes. Later that freaking episode.
There's that episode. There's the episode where they go to the beach house, or not beach house, the place outside of town, and she's like at a bed and breakfast or whatever.
Oh yeah. Who does she reject there?
The guy, the childhood friend.
Oh, the childhood friend. That's right. Yeah. Oh my god.
And he's like, it's
arc.
okay. It was already rejected, and she's shocked too. Like, you
She's like,
are the one who rejected him. How would you not know that?
Yeah, and then he's like, well, then do you want to go out with me? She's like, I'd rather not.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly. It's
shut
like,
down
man,
again.
Rejected twice. Oh man.
Well,
so many good episodes.
So many good episodes that we cannot continue this talk without mentioning Haruhi's father.
Oh god, yeah. I'm surprised it took us this long to mention her papa.
Oh, her dear pop. Oh my god, her dear pop made like that speech like at the very end that caused her to take action, and I'm gonna cry.
Oh, don't cry.
Oh my god, it was so beautiful.
No, it was really good. And I love that, like, Haruhi's whole thing is that she doesn't really see or care about gender, because in her view, it doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want, whether you're a boy or a girl. And it makes sense considering her mom liked entertainment or women dress as guys. Her dad likes to dress as a woman and work in a bar.
Yeah.
And she dresses as a guy and works as a host. I mean, like, it's just a family dynamic. Who gives a shit about gender?
Yeah, and her dad's okay with her working as a host because freaking what he does for a living. So it's just like, yeah, okay. Good.
And also Kyoya gives him updates, so you know.
Apparently, oh my god. When Haruhi hears that, she's like, oh my god, they've been talking about me.
I mean, I don't get why she's surprised. Kyoya has his own, like, spy network.
Yeah, but you don't find that out till, like, you know, 10 episodes in.
Fair enough.
Oh, man. Oh, it just everything just goes to, like, comes together, and everybody pulls out all the stops for, like, that last episode. You know, freaking his spy network turns against him. Mori Senpai and Honey both fight all of them off. Hikaru, the twins, and Haruhi's, oh, man. Oh, and then the end song is played in the perfect
the end
spot.
song, which I really, really enjoy.
Yeah.
I actually really like the intro and ending song. The whole score of the show is really fun. I wouldn't listen to it outside of the show, but it's so perfect for in the show.
Yeah. It's like, it almost, you could just like tell just from the score that it's like, this is whenever the shots of the school are happening, and it has this like very fancy classical music going. You're like, rich kid school.
Yep,
like,
exactly.
The score fits it so well.
It really does. They did a great job with that.
Yeah.
And yeah, the intro and ending, like, Kiss Kiss Fall in Love. It's such like a sweet, happy, poppy song that it sets the mood so well. And then Shisho just rocks. It's just such a good song.
Yeah, it is. Just every time. And it comes, because it always has that little like guitar, soft guitar before the episode ends. So when it starts, you almost like the end song of our podcast.
Yeah.
It starts playing and you're like, oh, the end's coming. But it always, it has that just moment where, it goes, and then it'll cut to the actual credits, and it goes the dun 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 dun. And it's like, it's so good. It's so beautiful. And then
I was watching it not week to week, but I was watching it all where I think half of it was out and the rest of it wasn't. And every time that do 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 do, I'm like, no, please
don't do it, no. But it's like, that's the ending song, and then for the very last episode that plays while in the middle of the episode to highlight just a specific part, and it's done so well.
And it really does add to the action of that particular scene.
Yeah, because instead of the the guitar dun 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 starting at when the credits start, it happens precisely when Haruhi is just like, gotta do this, boom, and she's like the only one that's chasing Tamaki down, and it's like, mwah, it's so good.
It's so good. It so definitely deserves a second season.
I know.
That was the one thing I'm like, I knew you would really like this show because it's the perfect blend of comedy and romance and just silly fun times. It doesn't take itself too seriously, but it also allows for those serious moments. But I knew I would be burdening you with the tragedy of knowing that there will probably never be another season.
Never gonna be a second season. And it's just, my heart. There's so much more.
Yeah,
Except
there really is.
there's a manga though, which eventually I need to read just so I can get that sense of finality.
I believe it's 15
somewhere.
volumes long. I can check actually right now.
Oh my
Let's
god.
see, 18 volumes long. My mistake.
I mean, at least it doesn't just end when there could be more. Like there's
As
more
far
just
as I
in a
can
different
tell,
media.
it doesn't just end. I mean, it felt like it was wrapping up. Like I said, I still have at least one volume to read.
Right.
I think what happened was I got the last volume after not having read it for a couple of years, and then I was like, I'll just reread it all. And then I forgot there's this thing called time, and I, for whatever reason, don't seem to have a lot of that, so never get around to reading it.
Time? No
Yeah.
time? What?
No time.
Wow.
Doing all this art stuff, and yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
Doing all this
Or
art
work
thing.
stuff. That's also a thing that takes up a lot of time, as you
That's
know.
weird.
Yep. But yeah, so the verdict on Homework Ouran High Host Club. Worth it?
Oh hell yeah. Like there were moments where when I was still in the middle of watching it and I was like getting really upset over something else in real life and you were literally like watch an episode and I was like I will, and then by the end I was feeling so much better. I was like I needed that. Like that these episodes can just lift you up.
They really can.
Make you so happy. Oh, I mean, yes, it ends and we want more. We want more, but those 26 episodes are just all gold. There's the funny moments, there's the romantic moments, there's the serious moments, all blended perfectly. And it's a great show. I recommend.
Oh yeah. Even though we've pretty much spoiled the whole thing for you, but it's good. Watch it.
Watch it anyway. Even if you hadn't watched it and you just listen to this whole thing, watch it because this is like the bare surface of like what those episodes were.
I know the sub is on Crunchyroll. Was the dub also there, or is it just the sub?
Actually, I didn't check. I know the dub of Princess Nine is there.
Oh, okay.
I could also check right now. Yeah. I watched it in the sub. And
I would recommend the sub, but the dub is really good. So if you find it on Funimation sites or whatever, the dub is great. Other than they dub the intro and ending, and
that depresses.
I don't like it when they dub songs personally, but the dub is otherwise good. But the subs are great.
And it's only subs.
Only subs. Okay.
Check Netflix because it's also on Netflix.
Yeah, I believe it is. I think it's the dub on Netflix, but I'm not entirely sure.
Well, you know.
But no, it's a good show. Watch it in whichever way you are most comfortable watching it, because I'm personally of the opinion that both subs and dubs are good.
Yes. Indeed. Man, I might rewatch that first episode because it's just so... that episode really... You'll know by the end if you want to continue or not.
Exactly, which is why whenever I recommend it to someone, it's like, watch the whole episode and then decide.
The beginning I was shaky because I was like, what the hell is happening? What is this? What are these guys doing? This is weird. And then it got real good.
Oh, yeah. But so...
And I was very fooled.
I think everyone is the first time they watch it. It's great because it's like, oh god, what is going on?
Till the very end, and it's just like all the light bulbs are filled. I was like, oh, wait, this is, oh my god, you got me too.
Yep. But no, I consider this homework complete. Are you proud of yourself?
I'm proud of myself. I finished an anime.
Yay!
Another one to add to my list.
Yes.
Completed.
That's a good idea. Now, last time we talked, you mentioned you like fantasy stuff.
Yes.
So I'm thinking, I'm not going to assign it to you right this second, but I'm thinking the next show I'm going to recommend will have dragons in it as a theme.
Yes.
Yes.
Dragons are cool.
So would you rather mech dragons or people dragons?
Ooh. I think I'd rather people dragons because that's really cool. That's cooler to me. People dragons mean magic, usually.
Sounds good. Well then, I will get your homework assignment ready for sometime in the future. There's no rush.
Gotta put it into processing.
Yeah, exactly. Processing, error. Oh god, abort.
Abort this, oh god. Oh man.
So yeah, I think that about does it for us, though, on this topic. So thanks for being with us, and we hope to see you next time.
Bye-bye.